Hello, friends, and welcome back to I Don't Work Here, Lady. Today I picked up a couple of new stories, and the first one is to see what's going to happen if you mix Entitled Lady, BMW, and Gas Station. Let's find out. Our first story. Be terrible, demand is pumped, sure thing. 10 minutes ago, leaving work, headed to the nearby gas station on the way home to fill up the tank and grab a drink. As I'm waiting for oncoming traffic to pass by so I can cross the lane and pull into the station, a BMW with New Jersey plates whips around me and nearly causes an accident. Had the oncoming car not been paying attention, they would have T-boned the BMW. The driver of that car and I both share a look with one another that says, WTF, what a piece of crap. After traffic clears, I pull into the station, pull up behind the BMW and head into the store to pay for my gas and soda. I head out, start filling up my car when, you guessed it, the driver of the BMW rudely called me out. Note, I'm wearing business casual office attire with a security badge clipped to my pants. She'll be BMW. BMW, with head out the window. Hello? Me, hello? BMW. I've been waiting here for almost 10 minutes. Me. Okay. Instantly I know what's about to happen. BMW. Well, let's go. I've just come from Miami and I don't have time to waste in this crap hole. It smells like gas and I can't handle it. Intermission. In Florida, you pump your own gas. In New Jersey, an attendant pumps your gas for you. She must be either dumb, lazy, or never been anywhere but New Jersey before, but she must not have noticed that my car was the one she cut off. Not noticed that I was the driver she cut off. Not noticed me get out of my car to go inside and pay, and had seen me pumping gas assuming I was the attendant. Me. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Let's get you squared away. What do you need? BMW. What do you think? Fill it. Regular. Thrusting her credit card at me and made sure to stress that her Long Island/Staten Island accent when she said regular, like regular, makes me throw up in the back of my mouth. Think Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Brothers? Me. You got it. Fiddles with the machine. Me. Ma'am, I'll need your zip code. BMW. Why? Me. For the machine. I need it to complete the transaction. BMW. Give me 4-digit number. Me. No, ma'am, not your pen, your zip code from New Jersey. BMW. I'm from New York. Me. Oh, I guess I just assumed with your plates being New Jersey plates. BMW. Jersey is a crap hole. Me. Internally. You're a crap hole. Me. Okay, zip code. BMW, big sigh, then gives the zip code. So I punch it into the machine, start pumping her gas, give her credit card back. She doesn't say thank you. By now, my gas is done pumping. I hang up the nozzle, close my gas cap, get in my car, and drive off. Hope that B-word enjoys her tank of premium and her deluxe car wash she paid for. And our second story. The stores are owned by brothers. That means you work here also. Heads up, mobile post, sorry for any formatting issues, la-di-da. So I just finished work at my current place of employment. I'll avoid names of the store as I also post on Tales from Retail, so I don't want to give too much information away. But this might be hard as people who know the stores and the believed backstory will know what stores I'm talking about. Side note, our uniforms are somewhat the same, yet our t-shirts, which are the same color of blue, also have white weaving throughout the shirt along with a different store name on the chest. I work at store A and I went to store B. Anyhow, after work I went to store B. This is the set of stores pretty much working the same way as my current place of employment, normally holding the same layout, items, work mechanics, etc. Yet I headed to this rival store because they currently had a nice helmet cam on sale that I wanted to pick up in case I ever got into any accidents in my bike and needed proof of the incident. I was still in my work clothes as I made my way to the bulk and tech section of the store, browsing other goods they had in the area, just minding my own business, until I heard a man speak out. He will be Disbelieving Gent, or DG. DG, hey, I need you to get something for me. As he was right next to me, I turned around, most likely with a dumbfounded expression. Me, huh? DG, don't huh? You need to get something out of the back. Your lot's sold out. Me, what? I don't work here. No way I can do that. DG, yes you do. I just need X item. Just go see if it's out back. Me, no, I can't. And again, I don't work here. I work at a store, pointing at the logo on my shirt. DG, I know, and I know the stores are owned by brothers, just different names, so don't give me that. Now, part of me was amused. The rumor is that both stores are owned by different brothers, and people seem to believe this rumor that it's a joint-owned corporation and the staff are trained in the same way, and the name of the store means nothing. Me. No. I mean, yeah, I know the rumor of the stores, but they're both different companies, so no, I don't work here. DG just sighs and walks off. I think this was the end of it, but lo and behold, he came back with the manager. DG gave an idiotic rant of, yeah, this employee won't help me, get something out of the back, but for the manager just to look at me, sigh, and explain to DG that I worked for a rival store and that the brother joint owning rumor was just as false as the British weather forecasts. DG just sighed again, walked off muttering, and that was the end of it. But hey, I got myself the helmet cam, so all is good. I didn't know Left Twix and Right Twix had their own stores. And our third story. Principal and vice principal of nearby high school physically pulled me off of a city bus. Not sure how I got to this sub, but I do have a somewhat interesting story that does fit here. This happened when I was 19, 9 years ago. I'd finished work early and was waiting for the bus to get home. It was about 1 p.m. There were a couple of teenagers also waiting for the bus and 2 other men in their late 40s. Bus shows up, little line forms, I'm last, and the first teenager steps in. One of the men exclaims that they've been caught while physically blocking the entrance of the bus. The teenagers kind of stepped to the side, disappointed, but when I tried to get into the bus, the guy told me, "Where do you think you're going?" while still blocking the entrance. I really wasn't in the mood, but I still explained that I wasn't in high school. I was coming back home from work, and the guy kept repeating, "Stop lying, bullcrap," etc. At some point, I looked at the bus driver, asking him to get the guy to move. He asked him to step aside, and he did, but the moment I put one step on the bus, he grabbed my arm and jerked me back. I didn't fall, but nearly did. I seriously held back going physical there. I was fuming. I don't recall exactly what I yelled, but something along the lines of, "WTF do you think you're doing?" At that point, the bus driver just left, and I don't blame him for that. One of the guys came at me again, trying to grab me. I pushed him back, but at this point I told him I'm calling the cops. Then his tone changed a little. I pulled out my cell phone and called the local police department, while the other 2 guys started telling me to put the phone down, and that was a big misunderstanding. A few minutes later, cops show up. The 2 guys immediately start kissing butt, saying it's just a misunderstanding, that I pushed one of them. One of the officers starts separating us, and I explain what happened. Officer takes notes, asks me to stay put while he goes to question the other people. One of the officers was with the 2 men, while the other questioned the teenagers. The kids pretty much repeated my story, so time passes. One of the officers comes back and asks me if I want to press charges for assault. I remember asking the cop what it meant to press charges because I was still pretty clueless about that stuff. The cop explained what it entails and implied and suggested I do, so I did. They arrested the 2 guys, and another squad car was called to come pick me up. I had to give a testimony at the police station and then fill out some forms, then was given a lift home. At the recommendation of my brother, I called the next day to drop charges. Too much trouble. Never heard from the 2 guys again, so no idea what happened after that. It wasn't in the news. I'm not even sure they stayed a day in jail. They probably got released within an hour, but I do have to say, seeing them both get handcuffed was more than enough to make up for the grievance I got that day. They may have still been charged. It's ultimately up to the DA to decide whether to press charges or not. There are many stories about people getting their family members arrested, then deciding later they didn't want to do that, but the DA decided to pursue it anyway. And our 4th story. I'm not an employee. After another long shift at the restaurant which I work at, I was on my way home when I was passing by the local Target. Just then I remembered that I needed to buy my younger brother a birthday gift because his birthday was the following day. Trying to be the best older brother I could be, I made my way to the Target toward the video game section in search of a gift. Quick side note, since I was on my way home from work, I was still wearing the appropriate attire for my job, a polo or button-down shirt and khakis. Coincidentally, I wore a red polo shirt with my khakis, so it was pretty much me setting myself up for failure that day. At the electronics section, I was taking a browse up and down the aisle when I came across those TVs where they have a video game demo you can play. I don't even remember the title of the game, but it quickly caught my attention. I might have been playing it for 10, maybe 20 minutes, perhaps more. After a while of playing the game, I heard a female voice in the distance. "Hey, that doesn't look like working to me." I didn't even understand what that meant. So, knowing that nothing was related to me, I continued playing without even looking. So I heard the same voice shouting again, louder and louder, but since I wasn't even listening to it, I don't recall what she said. Finally, right behind my ear, the lady yells, "Excuse me, I don't pay you just to play games all day." Since she pretty much yelled in my ear, I was obviously startled. Quickly, I turn around and give her a deer-in-the-headlights look. She was an employee, but from her authoritative stance and the way she looked in her uniform, I could tell that she was some sort of manager. Almost immediately after I turned around, she gave me the, "Oh shoot, what have I done" look. I hesitated. "I don't work here." "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I thought you were an employee," she said. After a couple of seconds of confusion, we finally laughed it off. The manager ended up being very nice and even gave me a discount on the game I bought for the incident. Now I learned my lesson. Always bring a change of clothes if I plan on going anywhere after work. You know, it seems like if you were an actual employee, she gave you ample time to go back to work without being rude to you. Only after you blatantly ignored her did she get a little peeved. Then after she realized her mistake, she apologized and went the extra mile to make you happy. A stark contrast to most of the stories here. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.